Okay. I am live now. Great. There we go. So you guys should be able to hear me a little bit better now. All right. Okay, good. I just wanted to check and make sure that my volume was not bad. And hopefully I'm not like glitching or, you know, anything like that. I'm using my my phone this time. God, it's bright. That's bright. That doesn't really help much, but okay. All right. I don't know if anybody's gonna come in or not. But that's fine. I'm just wanted to talk about some stuffs. Initially, I was not gonna plan on even doing a live stream today. I was gonna take a break from YouTube. But I decided I was going to get on here and say something about this particular issue. Why is it so bright? I don't like that. Let me see. Let me see if I can change the light just a little bit. Let's see. How does it look? Maybe if I dim... Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? One watching, it's probably me. I'm watching myself just to make sure that everything's working. All right. Not going to be a long live. I'm going to say what I got to say. If nobody comes in, this will just be me talking to myself. I wanted, or rather I'm planning on, I'm making, not planning on, but I'm in the process of making a part 2 to the video that I just made. To further explain why I feel the way I feel. Now, initially it was going to be the opposite perspective of colorism, which is a very touchy subject which a lot of people don't want to talk about. But this time, I'm going to approach it from, I guess, further clarifying. Not saying that everybody's going to agree. I honestly don't care if people agree with it or not. But I'm in process of making that video. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it out though. But I have been working on it for like 2 days. And technically 3 because I recorded it. And then I started working on editing it 2 days. Almost done with like the first part, which is just getting all of my recording stuff done, because I'm adding recordings to it and then taking some away, and I'm trying to make this as coherent of a video as possible, explaining why I don't think that Taman and Key's statements in isolation are colorist, just to me. Which I think a lot of people might have missed that point. Hey Chojimi. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not though, because I feel like I thought I made myself there very clear, but there might be something I might have to do about that anyway, because I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not denying that colorism exists. I'm not denying that those words could be stemming from colorism. I know all about the Korean colorism stuff. That's not my that's not where I was coming from with that. And I don't appreciate people assuming things about me that they don't know, because oh, you're a lighter. Someone said in the comments that I was a lighter skinned person, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm like, okay. That's not actually true. But I will try to make myself as clear as I can in the next part, which I was going to make anyway. By the way, I probably should have did what you did, Chojimi. I probably should have made part 1 and part 2 and then put them out at the same time. I think that would have been better, because at least people would have had both perspectives at the same time. Probably would have been the better thing to do. I think people will. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I honestly, and that's one of the reasons why I wasn't sure about even making the second part to it, because it's like, no matter what I say, people are going to assume, I was just coming from the perspective of it's an issue to other people who are, of color, but it's not an issue to me. And given SHINee's, history and how they've been together through all this stuff, I personally don't like to assume the worst of people. I don't think that Taemin and Key would have said that if Minho was really that worried about it. But again, I'm also looking at it from the perspective of it's what saying it does to the broader audience. So it's not, I wasn't like neglecting the broader audience by saying that. Some people had said that they felt like their experiences were kind of like pushed to the side by my video, which I don't know I don't know how they got that out of what I said, but I was just saying, to me, it's not racist, it's not colorism. And yeah, but I appreciate you saying that it was clear, because I watched my video like 4 times after the whole all that stuff on after the video. I watched it like 4 times just to make sure, and so far I haven't found anything like disrespectful or anything like that I said. I think maybe people took offense to the fact that I chuckled on a few things that I thought were kind of silly. But that was not to invalidate people's experiences or anything like that. That was simply just because I wanted to kind of hammer home my point that I don't think that this in isolation is colorism. I think the bigger problem that I have is when people say that, by me saying that I don't think these are colorist statements, that I'm somehow promoting colorism on my channel, or that I am defending colorism by defending the statements that are made, which, to be clear, I wasn't defending the statements. I was just saying I don't think they're colorist statements. But yet my whole point was that I don't view every statement about color is not colorist. And I wish that people would not like put all of that in one basket and call it all colorism stuff. If a personal preference is that you prefer lighter skin over darker skin, no matter the historical homogenous societal stuff, like, why can't we put that aside for like, instead of assuming the worst, that, oh, it's color, he's being colorist, why are you so obsessed over skin color? If he had said he prefers darker skinned people over lighter skinned people, I don't like. Maybe it'd be the same way. I don't know, but I've noticed that a lot of Black Americans and people of color are more upset about it than darker skinned Koreans are. The Singles Inferno thing, for example. The guys had got together and was talking about how this one chick was like had such pure white skin and how they love pure white skin, like they're attracted to people that have pure white skin. That would be a one and done for me. Like, great, cool, that's great. But because it was said on TV in front of thousands of people, just like what Shiny said about Minho, everybody threw a huge hissy fit about it and told and said that I quote, you should have dead ass stayed in your hometown. And I'm just like, okay, all right. The overreacting to somebody's personal preference for skin color, which, it's a touchy subject and it's a taboo subject, but I think the longer we distance ourselves from ever talking about it, the more taboo it becomes, and the more people, don't have anything else to say about it, I guess. Which is disappointing, because you would think at this point in time we'd be able to talk about stuff like that. But apparently not. So yeah, I've been going back and forth about whether I'm gonna release this video or not. I don't know. Just so that I could clarify things. I don't really care if people disagree. And I'm not gonna go combating with people in the comments like I did last time. I'm not. I wasn't trying to combat. I'll put it this way. I was trying to have civil discourse, but that didn't work out well. Because then people were asking me questions like, well, as a black man, have you ever been racially discriminated against? And I'm just like, I'm 32 years old. Yeah, I've been racially discriminated against. I don't like, that doesn't define, that doesn't play a part in my life. That's their problem. That's not my problem. I don't view things the same way that every other black person, not every other black person, but that most black people do. I don't view it that way. I don't. It doesn't bother me. If I'm going on a blind date with somebody and they like see my skin tone and they're like, they didn't pick up that it was your perspective on this specific situation and not the issue at large. It seems hard for people to separate those two. Yeah, that's true. Which is unfortunate, though. Which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Everybody's talking about how we should have progressed as a society, that we shouldn't be talking about skin color. I think the opposite is actually true progression, when we actually can stop treating this like a taboo subject and actually talk about it. When we actually can put aside all that and talk about it, our personal opinions and things like that, and not try to make it so black and white that every time somebody says something about color, skin color, it's colorist. I think that's more harmful. Which is the reason why I wanted to make the second video and then change it up, because I was going to come from the whole different perspective, but then that happened. So now I'm like, well, I'm going to change it up and tell, and like kind of say that it's more harmful. But I'm doing a live stream, so maybe I won't do it after all. Not many people watch the live streams. I should probably like edit this. I'll probably edit the live stream and make it into a video. It really is unfortunate, because it ends up seeming like the comments mean you aren't allowed to have an opinion. Yes, exactly. And it's sad. It really is sad. And I don't know why I'm trying to read your comments without my glasses on. I can't see. I cannot see. It's just like when I was a kid and I lived in Alabama, which was, you know, Confederate at one point. One of the most Confederates. It was interesting, because throughout my childhood when I was here in Baltimore, it was black people that did not like me. It was black people that thought I was weird because I had a learning disability. Have a learning disability. I still have it. But they didn't know how to deal with me. They didn't know how to handle me. They thought I was weird, whatever. They discriminated against me because they thought I was mentally, I don't even think I could say that word, the R word, mentally tid. Come to find out, I was not. I was just slow at comprehending things. But I got racially discriminated against by my own people, colorism, whatever, as well. But when I came down south, yeah, there were some white people that said some really stupid, passive-aggressive racial stuff. But the funny thing is that it was white people that kind of nurtured me and gave me, I guess, like the tools to believe in myself. Because I had completely given up on like learning after the experience I had with my first grade teacher. And I tried to make a video about that, but I couldn't. I realized that I'm still that still hurts me and bothers me that much that I couldn't even finish the story. But yeah, my first grade teacher was black woman, and she mentally and emotionally scarred the living daylights out of me. So I stopped believing in myself. But when I came to Alabama, it was white people that embraced me. It was white people that took the time to make sure that I could understand. And they didn't get mad at me when I didn't understand at the time they wanted me to. They were very patient. So, you know, because I was indoctrinated in this weird cultural culture theory surrounding black people that we are automatically on the bottom of the barrel. You know, we are at a disadvantage inherently. We're victims. And I adhered to that for a time. But when I went to Alabama, I saw a totally different perspective than what I was originally taught by my own people. So that plays a part in my ideology as to why I think that in isolation, certain colors comments are not colorist. So it's like people were assuming things of me that they don't even know about me. Like, I have a story. But by saying my opinion, I'm not trying to invalidate anybody else's. Like, you guys some people have a different experience. Some people have a totally different experience. But nobody likes to talk about, and this is one of the issues that I have with the black community, black K-pop community, and so on, is that we always talk about the bad experiences that black people have with colorism. We don't talk about the good experiences. Like, nobody talks about Joseph Butzo. It's like people just forgot Joseph Butzo ever existed. Joseph Butzo, for a time, Sam O'Cherry for a time until he got canceled. Like we don't nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about because Joseph Butzo, he's not even well, he's American, but because he lived in Idaho, Ohio, but his parents are from the Congo, so like he's African, he's just African American, like literally African American. I'm not really African American. I'm just I don't know, black. But he's literally African American, and he came as a transfer student to I don't know what Korean school he was at. I don't remember. It might have been Yonsei, but I don't want to assume it was Yonsei. But he came and he was on the American Idol show of Korea, I Can See Your Voice, and he won. And no one like, racially discriminated against him or held him back because he was black at all. I mean, people could argue that, well, his understanding of Korean kind of pushed him there, which could have, yeah, absolutely. I believe, yeah, absolutely. But to assume that every judge or that every person in there, it's almost like saying every person in there is colorist, even if they don't even open their mouths to say anything about color. Oh, well, because this one black guy was there. If you do make another video, maybe you could start by talking about situations in K-pop that you do think are colors. Try and address them. Okay. I could do that. I could do that. Yes, that sounds like a good idea, actually. Because I'm giving examples of what I don't think. I think I should give examples of what I do think is colors. I have to really think about that. Actually, no, I don't. But I think it's hard for me to do that with regards to black people. I have to use Korean people because it's hard to use like racism when you're doing colorist stuff, because it's easy to tie racism into colorism. So I have to use like I want to use like Koreans. I can think of a situation off the top of my head right now of like what I think is colorism. Which I think I did put this in the video, but I think maybe I should put it at the beginning. I might have to re-record a few things, maybe. But yeah, I think the whole Dio drawing Kai in a black marker and like coloring him in black. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, obviously I think that's colorist. I don't think he meant any harm by it, but at the same time, to me that's why you gotta color him in black. You know, why you have to color him in black? He's not black. He's just tan. But yeah, I could see that as colorism, as a colorist thing. Definitely. Yeah, definitely at the beginning to immediately address the people who want to disagree with you as soon as the video. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go. I will say this. Video essays have never been my strong suit, so I never know exactly what to do first, second, third, or I know what to do last. I just don't know what to do first, second, third. But I'll do that. I'm kind of like, I've been around for 2 years, but I have not been doing K-tubing stuff, like talking about stuff like this. I have not been doing this for a long time. I started off as conversational channel, just talking about like my ex-girlfriend gold digger story and stuff like that. Then I got into reactions later on, and then I think the end of last year I started doing stuff like this, like what you do, and what everybody else, like Vixo and Planet Minjay and all them ever glow up. Really, there's an art to this stuff. Like, seriously. And I will say this, Chojimi, you've kind of inspired me a little bit. I'm gonna say that you've inspired me to, like, because I've watched a lot of your video essays, and first of all, it's a real gift to be able to condense everything you need to say within 11 minutes. I know you have to edit it down to 11 minutes, but that's a gift. I don't necessarily have that gift just yet. I'm working on it. So usually my videos are going to be like 27 to 30 minutes long. And I hate that it's so long. I hate that it's so long. But that's a gift. Secondly, I don't know. You have a way of speaking that's very digestible. And I feel like maybe some of my... No, really, you are very inspiring. Very inspiring. So I'm glad that what happened with that whole situation with Teju, because I would not have even found your channel otherwise. So when I found it's very different from normal K-tubing channels, because a lot of people talk about the same thing. You talk about things that are a little bit different in K-pop, and you word things in like a way that's different than other people too, which I really admire. I like that, and that you can condense it down to a short amount of time. That's a gift. It's a gift I don't have. Yeah, that's a skill. I gotta work on that one. But yeah, you've inspired me. Definitely you have. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind lately. I had to take a break for the rest of the week because all throughout this week, ever since I put that video up, it was so bad that I actually... This normally doesn't happen to me, but yesterday I thought I was okay. And then when I came up the steps to my room, I suddenly stopped and had like a mini anxiety attack thinking about my video. And it was so bad that even looking at my thumbnail would trigger me. Like, even with the amount of views that the video got, I didn't want it to get such negative attention. That was never my aim. So when it did, I was like, oh my God, you know? I think some discussions definitely need more time. Like what you've been, I mean, yeah. 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 Usually I have I'm very debatable. I like to debate a lot. I do. But this was, and I was trying to not debate again. I was trying to have like a civil conversation, but like we said, some people just look at what the video says, automatically disagree because a few buzzwords came up and they couldn't even listen to any of the other stuff I said because they're hyper focusing on a few things that I said that they disagree with. And so at that point, when they're at that stage, there's no such thing as civil discourse with them. But it happened, so I'm getting over it. This is kind of similar to what happened when I found the Trainee A Leo edit that was on somebody's channel. I can't remember who, but I'm not going to say their name anyway. I don't want, But I found that video, and they were like painting Leo as this misogynist because of this one little clip that they put. And I went debating like a madman Because I was like, how are y'all gonna sit here and call him misogynist? Y'all haven't even like looked at the rest of the lyrics yet. Like, did y'all even look at the first song, the second song? They're all correlating together, and they're like, no, he's a misogynist. That was I was one of the most intense moments, few days that I had, where I felt like, oh my god. But this was worse than that. This was way worse than that. But again, even with the Trainee 8 Leo thing, the majority of people that were upset with Leo were black K-pop stans. Again, because Leo, they said Leo was like trying to rap like a black person. But then black people get offended when they are portrayed as thugs and gangsters and stuff like that. But now you're getting mad at Leo because you say he's portraying a black person that you I thought you didn't want, black people to be associated so much with just one thing. But you're saying that this is a black person's behavior, like when they rap. So there's a contradiction there. It was nuts. But yeah, that was bad, but that doesn't even compare to what happened with this topic, because this topic is way more touchy. But even so, Leo was greatly affected by all of that. Greatly affected by all of that. So I felt bad for him. And usually I defend idols and stuff from toxic stuff. And I don't even like using the word toxic that much anymore. It's just it's becoming a really annoying word at this point. It's like there's got to be another way to describe stuff. Toxic. Everything's toxic now. But I lost my train of thought. But you know what I'm saying. It was really bad, but this was way worse. So yeah. I had other videos that I could do. I had a reaction video that I hadn't even edited yet. It is overused. It really is overused, and I'm tired of using it. I think I was tired of using it like around the first or second K-pop topic that I made where I said toxic, but I kept using it because I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. But I hate the word at this point. So I have a lot to think about with regards to the second video, if I make it. So I think I'll put more time into it. Yeah. I don't know, I might even just like erase everything I did and start from scratch. But it's disappointing that people couldn't understand what I was trying to say. Some people did. But like the majority. And then I remember there was one comment. A day went by and nothing. I was like, okay, it calmed down, and I told myself I'm not going to say anything. And somebody goes underneath one of the comments and says, "Yeah, girl," something like, "The people that are arguing with you are arguing because they're in denial," and I was like, "Oh Lord, here we go." So I'm trying to learn not to let certain things annoy me. I think at a certain point, I was fine until somebody accused me of defending colorism. I think that was when I kind of was like, okay, you crossed the line now, because I never said that I was a defender of colorism, and now you're like putting words in my mouth. But it depends Well, what makes you feel the most comfortable when you want to release a video? I know it takes a lot. Yeah. Yeah. In this video, I did start off the video by talking about like I guess a brief overview of colorism in Korea. I did start it off that way. At least this time. But maybe I don't have to get rid of that. Maybe I can segue from that into the thought, maybe I can segue into from there what I consider to be colorist. Maybe I can do it that way. Because at that point, because at the beginning I'm not really saying anything about my opinion or anything like that. So maybe I can do it that way. Maybe I don't have to get rid of everything. Just so that people can understand that I know what colorism is. Because I think people are looking at it beyond the definition. The last video was like based on the definition, which is discrimination and prejudice against the same ethnic group, just of a darker skin tone. Based on that definition, I cannot conclude that Taman and Key statements are colorist because they're not really discriminating or being prejudiced. That was just that was where I was coming from with that. But I can go broader with it and not just talk about the definition, because apparently colorism goes beyond the definition to a lot of people. So I can go that route through the second video and talk about how, like, what still from my view, the colorism is definitely something that would have to be discrimination and prejudice. So I'm going to find the examples of discrimination and prejudice that the definition says, and I'm going to make those. This is what I view as colorist, stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna try to do there. Cause yeah, I think you're right, Chojimi. It's one, like, to say that not everything that is color, is colorism. To say that not every opinion or thought about color is colorism. I think it's only fair that I give examples of what I consider what is colorism and what is not, instead of just giving what is not and then saying, that by having opinions like this, I'm not invalidating anybody else's. So yeah, I think that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. Although I don't know when I'm going to actually put that video out, because I'm supposed to be doing reaction videos this week with Mama Moonlight, since she said she wants to join me. So I said, okay. But I will most likely put it out in good time. Hopefully in good time. Honestly, I don't really care when I put it out at this point. I don't. I'm over the whole topic of colorism. I just wish that people understood that not every black person's experience is the same. And even though I have not been raped, because people are like, it's almost like people are saying that I'm invalidating their experience. But by asking me the question, as a black man, have I ever experienced racial discrimination? If I answer your question and say something, a little bit different from yours, then you're going to invalidate my opinion. If I say that I was racially discriminated against, but not that much, then you're going to say something that's invalidating my experience. So it's like, why do I need to, which is again, why do I need to make a follow-up video when you are going to do the very thing you're accusing me of doing in the first video that I made? but I want to give people a chance to understand me. That's why I want to make this second video. It's not really for people to believe me or not. I just want people to, you know, understand. And a lot of people won't, like you said, a lot of people won't, regardless. But it's just funny because the main people that talk about progressing society are, you know, not willing to have the conversation because they're easily offended by someone saying that their personal preference when dating is a brighter skinned person. It just, in my opinion, it just kind of screams insecurity. Like they say I'm black and I'm proud, but then you say that, and it's like, colorism. Everything's not so black and white. There's a little gray in there. There's a little blue, purple, you know, orange. I think one of the commenters said that the video was giving whataboutism vibes, and I was like, oh God, whataboutism vibes. That's the first time I've heard that one. Maybe it's because I brought up the fat phobic thing. What about fat phobic people? What are you gonna say? You gonna say that about fat phobic people if they're dieting? I guess they didn't like that. They didn't like that. But it kind of feels the same way, like fat phobia. I don't want to be fat because I know what comes with being fat. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being fat in general. I'm just, for me, I don't want to be. That's the thing. I don't like to speak to other people's experiences. I just like to speak to mine, my opinion. That's why I try to be safe and talk about my opinion. But the subject is what people are focusing on, not so much my opinion. So I'm starting to realize that now. Slow learner, but it's okay. I'm getting there. But I'm doing a lot better. I'm not as disturbed as I was. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Chojimi. Thank you. Funny enough, you were the person that I actually wanted to talk to about this anyway. Because you just, like I said, your videos are very well done. So the way that you like address issues is very good. And I want to learn from that. I want to learn from that. So you were the person I want to talk to, especially about this, specifically. So I'm glad that you showed up to the live, even if nobody else did. I'm glad you did. I will take all of these points in this live stream and make sure I have them so that I won't. Thank you so much again. It's been fun talking to you. Thank you. It's been fun talking to you as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, Chojimi. Thank you. And I will definitely be directing my Moonlight fam to your channel in the future. Absolutely. We gotta support each other out here in KTube world. But yeah, I think that's it. If nothing else, I think that is all I need to say about this. Again, that's my opinion. But I will try to make a video talking about this. And like you said, Chojimi, I will only release it when I'm ready. I'll only release it when I'm ready to. And I think that's another problem I have, is that I feel like I have to release something right after. And I don't always have to. They're like, I can hold off and take my time with it. I don't want to rush, good content if I want it to be good. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, I appreciate the advice, and I will take the advice under advisement. I will take the advice under consider. I will take the advice. How about that? I'll take the advice and I'll apply it. How about that? There we go. I'll apply it. When people say I'll take it under advisement, usually what they mean is no, I'm not gonna do anything with it. No, I'm actually gonna do something with that advice because I actually needed that. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. I think that's in the live stream. That's all I gotta do. By the way, I don't know if you guys are interested in knowing this or not, but I'm and I don't really need to state this, but I just wanted to say I'm proud to be a black man. Very proud. I'm actually a descendant of Harriet Tubman by my mom, on my mom's side, by way of her father, who is a descendant from Harriet Tubman's sister. And as you know, Harriet Tubman's sister was killed. But her children lived on, and that's where my grandfather from my mom's side came from. And that's where we got that lineage from. So I am related to Harriet Tubman that way. And I'm proud of that. I'm related to one of the greatest people in black history that helped free slaves with in the Underground Railroad. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm proud of that. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I am going to go. I also have some Hispanic in me, by the way. Don't know why or how that happened, but I have some Hispanic in me. It's probably why I don't look entirely as black as some other people do. I have all kind. I got white in me, black, whatever. I got all kinds of stuff in me. I'm just a melting pot. But yeah, that's all I want to say. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna chill, and I guess I'll figure out what to do about the video later. For now, because I'm probably gonna edit reactions this week and do reactions this week, I'm probably just gonna maybe delete everything and then return to it later after I've collected enough information. I think that's what I'm going to do. Collect some more information, some more examples, and then put it together. Especially at a time when that's the only content that I'm probably going to put up that week. It needs to be like top priority number one at some point. But right now it's not. And I feel a little bit better about having that weight for now. But yep, reactions and K-pop and inspiration from Under the Beautiful Moonlight will commence this week, because it's Sunday. This week, and Mama Moonlight will be joining me because she said she wants to. And don't be surprised if you see me wearing a costume this week, because I was gonna do this initially anyway. It's the only time I get to wear it, so I'm gonna be the Black Jedi this whole month of October. Yeah, I'm going to be the Black Jedi this week. Especially because I love Star Wars so much. And it's Halloween. So, yep, that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching. Even those that did not speak, that is fine. I'm grateful that you guys came. And more people will watch this eventually. So I'm not worried about that. It'll be up so you guys can see it. But thank you guys for joining me. It'll be your boy Aves signing out till next week. I guess maybe Tuesday you'll probably see I don't know. Maybe not Tuesday. I don't know when my mom is off, but whenever she's off, that's when we'll do the reactions, and then I'll put the reactions up then. But yeah, until then, it'll be your boy Aves signing out. Peace. Love y'all. And have a good rest of the day and enjoy the week. And until happy Halloween and all that good stuff. All right. Ending it in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Bye, guys.